On some kinds of boats, fuel management is simple. You just have to remember to give your crew regular meals and lots of snack breaks. But on a power boat, there's much more to consider, and waiting until the fuel needle reaches the E isn't the best method of fuel management. An easy rule of thumb when boating is to use a third of the tank heading out, leaving a third for the return trip, and keeping a third in reserve. If you're going on a longer trip, check the charts and plan your fuel stops. If your boat is outboard powered with a portable tank, take along a full spare tank. Switch tanks when the first one has at least a third left, and then start to head home. That way you can still count on having 1/3 in reserve.
You should also know your own boat, its average fuel consumption, the accuracy of its fuel gauge, and how much that the tank actually holds. If you don't know, here's how to find out.
The next time you're out for a day of boating, start with a full tank and run until the gauge shows a quarter remaining. Also keep track of the boat's running time. During refueling, carefully determine how much fuel it takes to reach half, then 3/4, then full. Your owner's manual tells you the tank's total capacity, so you'll now know exactly how much fuel you have left at each point on the gauge. And if you kept track of the running time, you can easily calculate fuel consumption and range, or how far you can go on a full tank. Almost all boats run longest at very slow displacement speeds. While planing boats invariably burn the most fuel at top operating speeds, they also run more efficiently on plane, but at moderate cruising speeds. Even if you know how much fuel is left when your gauge shows a quarter tank, assume it's empty and find a place to refuel.
The key to good fuel management, more commonly referred to as not running out of gas, only requires a little forethought and some attention to detail. But if done correctly, it'll give you more worry-free mileage out of your time on the water.